Yes.
Hey, Britt.
Hi, Sandy.
So, can you show us just briefly your NMFT office, your coronavirus president of the union office, please?
Sure. So, the Dowdy house is full of teenagers and another teacher. So, my wife teaches third grade, and my kids are in high school and middle school. So, with all five of us doing different Zoom activities in a not very large house, I decided to go out on the back patio. And that first week, we were in school dismissal mode. It was windy and raining, so I put up a tent and put a little office up inside the tent.
So, can we see it though? Did you do a little circle there? How close are you? Well, is that your barbecue out there?
We have like a little outdoor cabinet thing where, when we do barbecue behind us, then that's where we serve the food and, bring out a television and watch some college football or baseball.
That's great. You told me, I think, that you were doing a couple of memes too, like you take pictures of yourself in the tent, put yourself in Yosemite, and like
Yeah,
a
my computer's older, so I can't do that fancy virtual background stuff. So I just tell people I'm camping, at different national parks that I'd like to go to I haven't been to yet.
Okay, so the reason we're talking is because it's Teacher Appreciation Week, and I know you're as big a fan as I am of teachers. I'm like a huge fan of teachers all the time. So tell me about your favorite teacher, you're the best teacher you had, or the one
Uh,
you remember the most, maybe not the best, but the one you remember the most.
Well, I'm going to get to that in just a second, but also, we use the term Teacher Appreciation Week, but as our union, we represent more than teachers, and we just want to send a special shout out to the counselors, the librarians, school nurses, special education program specialists, school psychologists, social workers, speech language pathologists, because we all work together as a team educating kids. And so even though nationally Teacher Appreciation Week is what gets the headlines, we want to send a thank you to everybody. And Wednesday is also School Nurses Day in addition to Teacher Day.
The nurses are great. Nurses work
So,
hard. They work so.
your question about a teacher that really inspired me, I'm thinking of Mrs. Kraft, who was my sixth grade teacher in a small town of Big Stone Gap, Virginia, where I grew up. And she really just kind of held me accountable. I was being that typical middle school kid who was not doing his work and not really behaving the best all the time, and she held me accountable, and she kind of set me down and kind of said, hey, this is what you need to do better. You're better than this. And I at the time I didn't like it, but I definitely appreciated it once I got to be a little bit older.
Those words, you're better than this, it's so striking to me because that's what a teacher told me. You're better than this, and it changed everything for me, really. Um, Teachers are, they are. I was thinking of some of the things that teachers actually do that nobody really knows about, nobody understands. I mean, I have known teachers, and maybe they can't. I think you're saying they can't do these things now. I think they still do them. Who have taken, groceries to families, who have, done, brought lunches for kids, actually taking kids' clothes home with them, that they bring the dirty clothes and taking them home, washing and bring them back. I mean, unbelievable things that you would never think of. So, and I know you know some of those. So, yeah, maybe you could share.
Yeah, I've worked in a couple of different school districts and some different schools, and I've seen different instances of that exact kind of selfishness. And what I'm thinking of right now is we've got a group of teachers at Newport Harbor High School that are involved with collecting and distributing gift cards to families throughout the school community. And they've been able to pull in tens of thousands of dollars of cards to help families that are needing. And it's kind of gone beyond just, their own students. And I've thought of a couple of stories of some people I know who have been going through either some emotional or physical pain right now for a variety of reasons, having nothing to do with the COVID-19. And then their, young adult children have moved back home, or they still have elementary age students at home. and they're just being very selfish to serve our students. They're putting in extraordinarily long work days to learn the technology, to modify the curriculum, to meet the needs of young students who are really needing that stability from the school system. And they have, sacrificed themselves personally as well as family time during this really tough time for everybody to serve the kids in need.
I know some of those teachers too. It's amazing what they do. You know, they always say that teachers aren't strong. They don't, you know, I mean, they don't say that right out, but they kind of intimate that, you know, if teachers were stronger, then they go out for the money. You know, I mean, they try to make more money. They go into corporations or whatever. I know teachers who were so intelligent, so incredibly bright that they could make a lot of money, but they chose teaching. Let's talk about their strength a little bit.
Well, I think teachers and educators are incredibly strong people. It's a challenging job. And like you said, for having high education levels, there's other ways to make significantly more money. So everyone who stayed in this profession for the long term is doing it out of a sense of strength. And what I think fundamentally where that strength comes from is you have an internal drive and mission to work with students every day and to help that kid be better every day. And it doesn't matter how completely incorrigible that student might be and how they push everybody's buttons around them, you still give them that opportunity each day. And to be able to do that and hit that emotional reset button and model that behavior to other people of how to treat people with kindness takes a lot of strength. And I see it constantly in our profession.
The best and the hardest job in the world. That's the best. So I know you have something to say to teachers now, especially now during the COVID-19. And at first when I heard about it, I thought, oh, this could be fun. Actually, I can imagine doing it. It could really be fun. And then I started realizing how much work and how hard it is to do this every day. So, do you want to say something?
I would just like to say how humbled I am to work alongside all of you. I know firsthand how hard you are working and how challenging this has been, where Washington or Sacramento gives you a different set of hope on a daily basis, and just everything is shifting beneath our feet. And you have been there as a source of stability for our students and for each other and for families. So thank you for that. It's truly appreciated. And I want you to know we recognize the extraordinary work that you are doing and look forward to being able to see each other physically, where we can shake each other's hand and share a meal together. So we're looking forward to that day very soon.
Thanks, Brett.
Thank you, Sandy.
Good.
It's still recording.
No, it can't be.